Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gallatin, Tennessee. We're on the campus of Volunteer State Community College for today's non-conference action between Motlow State and Vol State. These two teams played just 2 weekends ago, a 3-game series down at Motlow. And Vol State won the series 2-1, a lot of home runs in the series. And Motlow State now has gone over the 100 mark in total bombs on the year. They come in having hit 103 after beating up on Brett Carroll Academy yesterday at Motlow State. They hit 11 home runs in the doubleheader, 24-5 victory in game one, a 14-4 win. And Andrew Fulmer has now sent 24 of them over the fence. Not all of those will be counted toward conference statistics, as I understand it, but they can be shown in the stats. Each team, as they play a team like Brett Carroll Academy, which is a post-grad team, it's not an actual college team, but they have the choice of whether or not to include those stats or not, and Roan State chooses not to, and I see that Motlow State chooses to do it. But a single 9-inning game today between these two clubs, and then Vol State will go on the road to take on Walter State. Motlow will also be on the road in conference, and this weekend will be at Roan State for a 3-game series. Let's get our Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups as the umpires come out for the plate meeting for the Bucks with a record of 17-23. They're in 10th place in the conference, 6-18. Leading off, playing center field, Mikkel Murrah. Batting second is the shortstop, Andrew Fulmer. Third baseman, Nick Causey, hits third. Cleanup hitter is Bennett Kaufman. He'll play first base. Cameron Vessels, the DH, bats fifth. Alejandro Rodriguez Gallo is behind the plate, hitting sixth. Charlie Kapp at second base, batting seventh. Jordan Watson out in left field. He'll hit eighth, and the number 9 hitter is right fielder Dylan Coppy. On the mound, right-hander Jack Roberts, who got the start in game one of the 3-game series, went the distance, all 7 innings, but took the loss, giving up 11 hits and 12 runs. So he took one on the chin there for the club. And the head coach in his 20th year, Dan McShay, an Ole Miss graduate. He played baseball there, went on to play, I believe, some independent baseball, and has been at Motlow State. At one point in time, he was the interim athletic director a couple of years ago. Ross Fanning now is the Motlow State AD. For the Vol State Pioneers, who come in with a record of 18-24 overall, they're in 8th place in the conference with an 8-16 record. Braden Baker will lead off. He's going to play left field today. See how that lower body works out there in the outfield. Gabe Eddington will bat second. He'll be the pitcher and the DH as he gets his first start of the year. Easton Denning at first base, batting third. Hudson Blank in right field as a cleanup hitter. Noah Rice in center, batting fifth. Elijah Harris hitting sixth, playing second base. Bradley Pippin is behind the plate. He'll bat seventh. The number 8 hitter, Tucker Smith, at third. Tucker Lorenz playing shortstop and batting ninth. Head coach Jim McGuire in his 5th year here at Vol State, 38th year overall in coaching. I think it's his 15th year as a head coach. He now is, he got 513 wins overall in his head coaching career. And he's assisted by pitching coach Trevor Mootsey, who's in the 2nd year in that position. Gabe Jennings, who you see walking right in front of the camera there, he's in his 1st year as the volunteer assistant coach. Gabe Eddington getting his first start in his 12th appearance. Has a 1-4 record, 19 2/3 innings, 27 hits, 20 runs, 19 of those are earned, walked 11. He struck out 22. He has plunked 6 batters and an 8.69 ERA. Roberts, his 11th appearance, and I can't give you starts and relief appearances. Those don't total correctly at the bottom, so I don't like giving out incorrect stats. He has 46 and 2/3 innings, the Presto app shows. 54 hits, 61 runs, 53 of those are earned, walked 40, struck out 38. He's given up 12 home runs, a tough part to pitch in for sure down there at Motlow State. But he has hit 17 batters, has a 10.22 ERA. Dawson Sweetland, the director, has shown up. He was at physical therapy today. How's the wing feeling today, Dawson? Feeling good? Okay. A left-hander from Alcoa, Tennessee, had surgery a little over a month ago, and he's recuperating as my director here as he handles the camera switching and our computer to get us in and out of commercials. He's done a fantastic job. Hey, the Masters is all over. Now you're 100% focused, right? Did your guy win? Were you rooting for Rory? Scotty almost came back, didn't he? All right, Dawson Sweetland is here, so everybody can just relax, including me. Back as the PA and DJ, the tandem of Connor Cantillo and Anakin Jack Armstrong, and they are ready. Connor practicing his performance before he delivered the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups, and the welcome here to Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. Speaking of complex, Jim McGuire has to go over quite a number of ground rules here at Pioneer Field. Our home plate umpire in the 9-inning contest, Clinton Magnuson, and on the bases, the very friendly and familiar face here, Devin Neely from right up the road in Franklin, Kentucky, as the meeting has broken up. Getting a little bit of a later start here as we are about set for our national anthem. The athletic department is deplete this week. Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Assistant Athletic Director Justin McKinney are away at the National Junior College Convention in Kansas City this week. So not sure where the adult supervision is coming from here at the ballpark. Maybe that's what it is. We got the CIO and the CFO of Vol State. Are you all the administrators of the baseball game? Yes. If anything happens, there's any fisticuffs, you guys got to get down on that field quickly. We will take a break. We don't want to get tossed off of YouTube here with the national anthem. Unpatriotic group that they are. So we'll be back right at the end of the national anthem. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. And Connor Cantillo says,
play ball.
Play ball. Plenty of good seats still available here at Pioneer Field, the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. Got some clouds rolling in. Lady Pioneers are playing down at Columbia State, a doubleheader. Got that up on Game Changer. So I will hopefully be able to deliver some up-to-date scores. As Ball State Lady Pioneers first place, and haven't seen the new rankings that came out. Might have moved up. Let's get our best researcher on that one. Hey, wait a minute, that's me. You did bring your phone, didn't you, researcher? You got it. I was going to say, a young man like yourself, 20-year-old, does not walk around without a phone. His computer. Lady Pioneers last week were 24th. We're 25th the week before that. And this week, staying in the 24th spot. Gabe Eddington getting his warm-up tosses in. He'll be starting from the stretch. Ball State women's softball team 21-3 in conference play. That's 2 games ahead of Chattanooga State. But if Chattanooga State can tie Ball State, they'll win the tiebreaker because they beat the Lady Pioneers 2 games here on Ball State's campus. Overall, the Lady Pioneers 39-13. They're going for their 40th and 41st victories of the year. Columbia State finds themselves in last place at 3-32 overall. So you don't want to get too confident, but I would tell the ladies, let's get down there and get a couple of Mercy Rule wins, 5 innings, and get on back to Gallatin. Get ready. I'll be broadcasting 3 of their home games, the 18th, the 22nd, and the 25th. 25th will be sophomore day for the Lady Pioneers. Mikkel Murrah standing in to face Gabe Eddington. So we are underway. The first pitch just misses for ball 1. Game time 2:04 Central. And the game time temperature 83 degrees, brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. Murrah is one of the top hitters in the conference, hitting .437. That leads the club. He has 20 home runs, and that's not even tops on his own team. That's well struck out to center field. Back goes Noah Rice, and he's going to watch this one sail out of here. A leadoff home run by Mikkel Murrah. That's now the 52nd home run that they've hit in April. It's April 14th. We hadn't hit tax day yet. Mikkel Murrah has just hit his 21st home run. In regular season play, he would have tied the young man he's tapping helmets with right now, Andrew Fulmer. But Fulmer hit 3 against BCA Athletics yesterday. Put him at a total of 24 if you look at the leaders in the conference. Breaking pitch moves Fulmer back. I don't like trying to keep up with stats that include or don't include the post-grad teams. Changeup is fouled to the Ball State dugout. That was the dead center. It's 380 here at Pioneer Field, but the wind is in play today. Blowing currently from center to right. These guys have plenty of power to all fields. Winds gusting up to 19 miles an hour here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Andrew Fulmer, a freshman from Tullahoma. 24 home runs. Now looking at a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Batting average of .369. He's now 1 hit behind Mikkel Murrah for the team lead. He has 52. That was Murrah's 53rd hit. That's ball 4. 21st time of the year that Fulmer has walked. And the first two have reached here in the top of the first inning. Nick Causey coming to the plate, another freshman. He's from Madison, Alabama, Sparkman High School. I believe that is where Caden Johnson, former left fielder or left-handed pitcher for Vol State, played his high school baseball. Fouled down the right field line, long chase by Hudson Blank, but he won't be able to get there. It will land between the fair line and the bullpen. On deck, Bennett Kaufman. Causey also hitting well this year, 376. He's got 44 hits, including 4 doubles, 10 home runs, 24 RBIs. Murrah picked up his 55th RBI of the year. Throw over to first. Fulmer back. He's got a dozen stolen bases, has not been caught this year. 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch lands down low. Causey leads the team in walks with 22. Eddington wanting to stay away from the inside portion of the plate against these top Motlow State hitters. They come in hitting .333. And a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Gonna have to come into him at some point in time. .46 stolen bases on the year for Motlow State. Runner does not go, and the pitch is called a strike right at the knees. And we'll have our first full count, Ministries full count. Runner again does not go, and that's ball 4. So after the leadoff home run by Murrah, Eddington has walked Fulmer and walked Causey. Brings up Bennett Kaufman. Doing research before the game. Motlow does not have on their roster, on their website, his Kaufman looked like he was going to take a swing. He had to back up. Otherwise, he's going to hit the home plate umpire, and that's never a good career move. But they do not have the hometowns in the high schools, so I had a little extra time. Then I had to text one of my researchers, A.J. Armstrong, to see if this was one of his former teammates, Bennett Kaufman, and it was. He's from Woodbury, Tennessee. Cannon County Lion takes a called strike. Who's got their triple play card they're going to play right here? 0-2 count now to Kaufman. Bennett hitting .315, playing in his 37th game of the year. It's the 41st for Motlow as Tucker Lorenz trying to sneak behind Fulmer, who's got a huge lead at second base. Breaking pitch swung on and missed, and there's the first strikeout of the game. Is Bennett Kaufman. At this point in time, you don't want to say that Kaufman does start with a K. But it does. Cameron Vessels, that's Cameron with a C. Vessels with a V. Off-speed pitch misses just a little bit up. My internet research indicated that he's from Ohio. Barberton. I'm a fellow Ohioan, but I can't tell you where Barberton is. 1-0, that's in there for a called strike. Vessel's a strong young man. He's got some pop. 11 home runs, 22 RBIs, hitting just over 300, 302. Primarily their DH. Breaking pitch. That's grounded up the middle. Could be 2. Lorenz glove steps on second. Throws to Denning at first, and there's an inning-ending doodad double play. just what the doctor ordered for Gabe Eddington to get out of further damage. Gives up the solo home run, and Motlow State leads after a half an inning, 1-0. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at Vol State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At Vol State, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at Vol State are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
Thanks for joining us on the Vol State Sports Network. It's getting warm today. They said it was supposed to be up to 88 today. Jack Roberts out on the mound for Motlow State. Freshman from Cookeville, Tennessee. But I got a question mark there. Jack Roberts, fairly common name, so there's a chance this Jack Roberts is not from Cookeville, but there is a baseball player, Jack Roberts, from Cookeville. If you know this number 21 and you can confirm or deny, please send me an email at treesports@gmail.com. See if anybody's checked in already. Grandma Loco's checked in from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Joey Newsom, she's ready to watch some Vol State baseball. It's Drew Moorhead's grandma. Staples also got a $10 off on my next order. They've checked in as well. But Joy, you're the winner. That's two broadcasts in a row you've been number one. We've known for a couple of years you're number one, though, haven't we? I mean, with a name, Drew says he calls you Grandma Loco. I mean, Dawson, are you bilateral? Can you speak two languages? No? Well, you know what loco means. Crazy. She's a crazy grandma. Braden Baker nearly plunked, nearly the 18th victim of Jack Roberts, who has hit 17. That may be 8 batters that he's hit twice and one other guy he's hit once. I mean, you can do the math on that, Dawson, all day long. There's plenty of possibilities. I want to get a computer if you're going to try that, though. Baker playing in left field for the first time. He's been the DH here after hurting that lower body, one of his legs. Pulled a hamstring down at Motlow. Let's say that was trying to run something out at first. That's a tapper. It ends up in fair territory, but apparently caught Baker's lower body, just what he doesn't need. Another foul ball off his getting around parts. Baker transfer from Murray State. Went to Eagleville High School, Murfreesboro. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's strike 3 as that breaking pitch lands on the outside corner. And Baker goes down looking for out number 1. Our pitcher DH, Gabe Eddington, stands in. Hey, hey, hey. .59", 160 pounds. He's a redshirt freshman. Swings at the first pitch. A Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, foul ball off to the right. Eddington from Clarksville, Tennessee, went to Montgomery Central High School. Transfer from Austin Peay State University. APSU. He's a general studies major. Son of Michael and Jennifer Eddington. brother to Holly and Dylan. He's down in the count 0-2. And guarding the plate there, grounds one down the first base line. Hello to G. Paul and Nanny, who might be listening in all the way down in High Point, North Carolina. Two-way player, plays some second base. They want to check down at first base. Devin Neely says no, he did not go. Pitch that did miss out of the zone, but looked like it might catch the corner. On deck, Easton Denning. Chopper up the middle. Fulmer gets it on the big hop, and that's an easy play for the slick fielding shortstop.
Now batting, number 14, Easton Denning.
Good job of charging that ball from shortstop. He's probably about 6'2" at least. He's a good-looking player. He can field it, he can throw it, he can hit it. Seems to run pretty well as well. Easton Denning stands in. He can hit pretty good. Hit a grand slam and a solo shot against Roan State. And the victory ended up 8-6. He has hit the number on his jersey, number 14 home runs for the sophomore from McMinnville, Tennessee, Warren County High School. Terry's his dad. He's a pharmacist. He's working like crazy right now as Jack Roberts throws a changeup, gets Denning fooled, swing and a miss, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Roberts. We will go to the second. We're scheduled for 9 here at Vol State.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
Vol State is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. Vol State CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose Vol State because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
Gabe Eddington back out on the mound for Vol State. Give you the defensive alignment for the Pioneers. Braden Baker in left, Noah Rice in center, Hudson Blank back in right field, Tucker Smith at third, Tucker Lorenz at short, Elijah Harris playing second base, and Easton Denning in his familiar spot over at first, and Bradley Pippin heading to Erskine College next year is behind the plate. Easton Denning committed to Lindenwood a week or 10 days ago. Jack Lester, relief pitcher, is headed to Christian Brothers University. Those are the three Vol State players who have committed.
Now batting, number 13.
Not sure about
Gallo.
Motlow State as to who has already committed. Alejandro Gallo, Charlie Cap, Jordan Watson due up here in the top of the second inning for the Bucks. Time called. And we got a communication problem. It's going to happen. You got electronics. Somebody yelled down there and asked Pip if he's unplugged it and plugged it back in. If that works. He's fixed it. Apparently his ear bud popped out of his ear. Must have been flexing. That'll happen. Gallo's from parts unknown. Fouls that one off to the right side. Could not find out where Alejandro Rodriguez Gallo is from. There might be some Motlow State fans watching today's broadcast. Popped up, this might be playable. Denning in foul territory, looking up into the sky, backpedals like a good defensive back and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting.
You send an email, I'm not going to bite you, so I won't solicit to you. I'll just answer online here. If you don't want me to mention your name, then let me know that in the email. Just in case maybe your boss doesn't know you're out watching the game. Fastball poured in there on the outside corner to Charlie Cap, the second baseman. Cap's a sophomore. Google says he's from Dunwoody, Georgia, St. Pius X High School, and transferred from Andrew College. That's right, Dawson. I got all that information from the World Wide Web. That did not include the Motlow State website. Cap able to hold up on the pitch down in the dirt. Jordan Watson goes all the way over to Vol State's dugout to get that loose baseball. Cap hitting .340. He's playing in his 33rd game of the year. Got 5 doubles, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs. Among his 32 hits, the 3-1 pitch is just over the head of Lorenz and off the end of the bat. Baker will glove it and get it back into the infield. A 1-out single for Cap with a K. K-A-P-P. Just in case you're scoring at home. And if you are, I need to know about it. Send me an email to treesports@gmail.com. There's my email. Pops up a little bit better on that tight shot. Jordan Watson stands in from the left side. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by Pippin. Watson from Walter State territory. Morristown, Tennessee, went to Morristown West. Two-way player, pitcher, and an outfielder. Eddington looking for another ground ball. Gets a breaking pitch in there taken for a strike. You know that? Transfer from Chat State last year? I didn't see that on the Googler. I mean, Dawson, you're more than just another pretty face as that ball squeaks through the 5-hole. Wild pitch moves Cap down to second. There goes the conventional double play. Dudak Communications, they've provided some accoutrements in the press box here that we definitely will take down and put into the new press box if we can. Thanks to Craig Sinard and the folks at Dudat Communications. That one's sliced into left field, and they're going to send the runner. Baker's got the throw, but it hits the cutoff man, and it's cut off. An RBI single by Watson, who's comes in hitting .462. Has not had a lot of plate appearances, though, but he's been productive when he has. He's now hitting .500 with that single. He goes opposite field, so the wild pitch is very important for that particular run. And Motlow leads 2-0. Back-to-back left-handed hitters. Dylan Coppy stands in. He's a transfer from Pellissippi State. You had that one, Dawson? You were all over that one? I remember him last year from Pellissippi. The Pellissippi Panthers, not the Penguins. Ground ball to Denning. He's going to backhand throw to second for one. On to first base, and that is the 3-6-3 inning ending. Dudat double play, just what the doctor ordered again for Gabe Eddington. Nice play there by Easton. Backhanded. Nice throw delivered to Lorenz. And a return throw. Retires Copy. 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. No errors, nobody left on base. 2-0 as we head to the home half of the second.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Hudson Blank, Noah Rice, Elijah Harris to face Jack Roberts here in the bottom of the second. Ball State with a run in the first, a run in the second. Leads 2-0. Roberts leads their club in innings with Karam Durmaz with the strikeout total, but he struck out 2 in the top or bottom of the first. So now he has 40 as Hudson Blank steps to the plate. Ball 1 to the sophomore from Marissa, Illinois. He's hitting .321. Tied with Braden Baker in the hits category with 43. Has to move his moneymaker away from that inside fastball. He and Gabe Eddington also tied with the team lead in stolen bases. 6. Blank swings and misses. Hello to Josh and Marissa, his parents. Marissa's a moving target, though. She's not always in Illinois. Sometimes she's in Colorado, and she bounces around. Must be a travel agent. 3-1 pitch. Grounded right up the middle. He is now taken over the team lead in the hits. Single right back where it came from.
Number 22,
His 44th of the year. Now Noah Rice stands to the plate. 257 playing in his 39th game of the year. It's the 43rd game for Vol State. He's got 5 big flies. He's in scoring position when he steps to the plate. 5 doubles, 29 hits. He's driven in 23. He could tie it with one swing of the bat here. The transfer from Belmont University. Played his high school baseball at Station Camp with Tucker Smith, the third baseman for Vol State. Rice has secured the center field spot for Vol State. 5'11", 180-pound redshirt freshman from right here in Gallatin. Business major, the son of Jacoby and Karen. Brother to Eli and Silas. That's a good-looking pitch on 2-0, but not in the money zone for Noah. He takes it for a strike. Granddaddy and Nana and Meemaw all live right here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Pops this one up on the left side. In comes Watson. Makes the catch.
Now batting, number 1, Elijah.
Risky there. Is like Fulmer was probably going to be under it, but Watson came in, had to veer a couple steps quickly to his left. That's out number 1. Elijah Harris from Cynthiana, Kentucky is next. He's played a little bit of second base, a little bit of shortstop. With a left field, takes a healthy hack at a breaking pitch, comes up empty. 5'8", 180-pound sophomore. Civil engineering major here at Vol State, son of Vincent and Rebecca Harris. Jordan, Kaya, Kimmy, and Tyler, his siblings. Both sets of grandparents live in Cynthiana, Kentucky as well. I believe that's just north of Lexington. Elijah hitting .281, playing in his 37th game. 34 hits, include 4 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs. Hit one down at Motlow, but failed to touch home plate. And Alejandro Gallo, the catcher, he was watching with 2 really good eyes. He and the home plate umpire saw Elijah step right over home plate. That ball's grounded to short. Fulmer goes to second. It's in the dirt. Nice backhand catch there by Cap to retire blank.
Bradley.
And Harris reaches on the fielder's choice. So with 2 outs, a runner is at first. Jonathan Hughes has left the building. He's a broadcast major here. There's number 18 of the year. Bradley Pippin takes one off the keister.
Now batting, number 12.
18th hit batter of the year by Jack Roberts.
Smith.
Runners at first and second. Tucker Smith will come to the plate. Hendersonville, Tennessee. Arrowhead High School graduate. Played baseball at Station Camp High School. He and Noah Rice went to Belmont. And he and Noah Rice came here to Vol State. Where will they go next? Roberts spikes the first pitch. He delivers to Tuck. On deck, Tucker Lorenz. Another Tuck. Back-to-back Tucks. Smith has 5 big flies, 21 RBIs. That pitch boring in on his chest, and he had to foul that one off. Watson will retrieve out in left field. Jordan Watson, the left fielder. Mikkel Murrah, the center fielder. Dylan Coppy out in right. Coppy playing extremely deep in right field. Murrah playing deeper than normal. There's a ground ball up the middle, glove by Fulmer, and he'll underhand toss to second base to retire Pippin and end the inning. Also, they got a leadoff single by Hudson Blank, but could not push him across. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Through 2, and the score is 2-0 Motlow.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit volstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Drew Moorhead, sophomore right-hander out of Clarksville's Rossview High School. On in relief of Gabe Eddington, one resident of Clarks Vegas, in for another. Moorhead, 5'11", 195-pound sophomore. General Studies major, the son of Jeff and Leishan Moorhead. The family dog is Bo. Don't get close, though. He's mean. And Grandma Loco, who checked in earlier on treesports@gmail.com, is his grandmama. Gabe Eddington goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. Walked a couple of batters. Struck out 1, gave up 1 solo home run, and he faced 9. This is Drew Moorhead's 14th appearance of the year. 13 have been in relief. 4.58 ERA. 17 2/3 innings, giving up 25 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned, 5 walks, 17 strikeouts. A couple of home runs and 3 hit batters on his line. And he's going to face 1, 2, and 3 for Motlow State. And that is a tough ask. Mikel Murrah, Andrew Fulmer, Nick Causey, with the wind blowing out here at Pioneer Field. 380 to dead center. It's about 320 down the lines and about 350 to 355 in the alleys. A little bit bigger than it is, we believe, at Motlow. And there is a 25-foot fence out there in the batter's eyes. That breaking pitch lands at the letters over the plate for a called strike. Murrah hit one dead center. Change up and went over the top of his head. My pitching expert, Dawson Sweetland, is also my director. I don't tell the difference between a splitter and a changeup from time to time. Murrah would like to have that pitch back. He saw that one riding out over the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard. He took a big cut. Moorhead with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Let's see if we got a breaking pitch. Yeah, we got one going to the backstop. Nick Gotze doesn't have a glove on. He's got a clipboard in his hand, but that might have one-hopped him in the stands. And a Full Count Ministries full count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. We'll also have the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Ball 4 gets by Pippin. And Murrah has reached. See Jack Roberts off to the right here. Looks like somebody's just brought him some lunch. So I'm guessing that he's out of the ball game, as there is action down in the Motlow State bullpen. Another right-hander. Is that Cody Blair? Their leader in appearances. Moorhead misses way over into the left-handed batter's box to Fulmer. Fulmer walked in his first plate appearance. Murrah is off. Pitch is a ball. Murrah gets in for a stolen base. It's only his 4th of the year. Breaking pitch swung on and missed. Motlow State leads. Well, my score sheet that I printed apparently did not count all the home runs that they hit against BCA yesterday. That was 11 of them yesterday, because on the website it shows them with 114 home runs. That includes the 11 against BCA yesterday. Back-to-back walks here to start the third as Nick Causey comes to the plate. Causey also walked in his first at-bat. Breaking pitch catches that inside corner. Another triple play card to be played right here. That's pretty rare. It probably puts you at the top of the heap, though. Murrah slipped as he was going by, but here's a ground ball to Denning. He's going to go to second for 1, on to first. That's the second. 3-6-3, do that double play. Turned by Denning and Lorenz, so not a triple play, but almost as good. The third double play turned by Vol State in 3 innings. You can't do any better than that. You seldom see the 3-6-3 as Kaufman hits one out to center field, and that will end the inning. First pitch swinging Bennett Kaufman flies out to center and strands Murrah at third, who apparently did not realize there were 2 outs. He was not on the move. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Heading to the bottom of the third, Vol State trails 2-0.
Welcome to the Vol State Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Thanks for joining me this afternoon on the Vol State Sports Network. We'll not be broadcasting the Walter State series, but they should be. Chuck Sebastian, their broadcaster. And you can go to Walter State's website, and at the top of the website it should have a button up there you can hit that says Fan Zone, and underneath that it says Live Stream. So they'll have audio and video. Normally, I think they have multiple cameras. The other day I was watching and he was having some issues with the center field camera, so only had the behind home plate camera. Got an email here. I'm trying to read through it. Jordan Watson's mom, the left fielder. So Dawson Sweetland gave the 4-1-1 there that he had played at Chat State. She's an empty nester missing her boy. Director of Respite Ministries for the gathering. Well, God bless you. Tucker Lorenz getting his first plate appearance. He's facing a new pitcher. That's Cody Blair, another player from Morristown West, Morristown, Tennessee, former teammate of Jordan Watson up there. Gets the strike call to Lorenz and then pulls the string up in the count 0-2. Lorenz just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Tucker also been battling an injury. He got hit on the side of the knee in that Motlow State series, and that set him back a good bit. Tucker playing in his 33rd game of the year, hitting .211. Blair misses outside. 19 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, a couple of home runs, 15 RBIs. Blair on for his 23rd appearance of the year. Breaking pitch catches that outside corner, and Lorenz is down on strikes.
Now batting, number 3, Braden Baker.
Back to the top of the lineup, Braden Baker, who went down looking in the first. Swing and a miss. Blair pitched to 2 batters in game 2 of the 3-game series down at Motlow and then was tossed out of the game. Apparently he said something to the Pioneer dugout that base umpire Jonathan Higdon did not care for, and he sent Mr. Blair to the dugout. Had to sit out a couple of games. He's back playing baseball now, though. Breaking pitch must have missed down. It was definitely over the plate. Good looking pitch there by Blair, but Baker takes it. The 2-1. Foul tip. That caught a piece of Gallo behind the plate. Clinton Magnuson, the home plate umpire, will give him a little bit of time to recover. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. Breaking pitch, that's about where that strike 3 was called the last time, I think. Not called this time. We'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Blair leads the conference in appearances. It's the 23rd, all in relief. And a full count. First pitch foul ball. That gets into... No, it does not get out of play. And it gets right down there in the corner by the bullpen. Andrew Fulmer could not get there, though. I thought that was going to end up in the parking lot, but the wind blew that back in the field of play. Just out of our camera angle, though. Our broadcast cameras and the whole setup, it's just like ESPN, only totally different, Dawson. Right? So we'll have another full count, Ministries full count pitch. Blair delivers. That's off the end of the bat. Over the leaping Blair. And the throw to first base gets by. Baker's going to try for second. And he's going to be successful.
Now batting, number 2.
Quick throw from Charlie Cap. Was the handcuffed Kaufman, I guess. We'll see how they rule that on the scoreboard. They're going to go error. I don't disagree with that. So the question is, oh, then now they put the E4. I don't know about that. I thought the throw was a pretty good throw, honestly. He did. It was pretty hard. Go back and review it. Line drive out to right field by Eddington. The copy makes the catch. Tagging is Baker. And now 2 outs and a runner at third. Let's see if I can.
Now batting, number 14, Easton.
Zoom that to see who I would. Easton Denning comes to the plate. And he hits one out to right field. Copy. He's not going to get to that one. It's going to hit right at the base of the fence. He gets it in quickly. That's a long single. An RBI for Easton Denning. First pitch swinging. So an unearned run given up by Cody Blair. Ball State cuts the lead in half. And Hudson Blank steps to the plate. He singled up the middle to lead off the second. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. Yeah, I probably would have given that error to the first baseman, but Motlow State will keep their own stats. They'll give the error. Or maybe they give Baker a hit. I'm going to doubt it. But the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard shows one error for Motlow. Blank. Drills one out to center field, but that's right at Mikel Murrah, and he comes in and makes the catch. A couple of lineouts to outfielders by Vol State hitters. Easton Denning at a line drive, but it got down the line. Did drive in one. That's an unearned run, Braden Baker. Vol State after 3 trails 2-1. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Dawson Sweetland and the rest of the press box gang back on the Vol State Sports Network. Wonder if Jay Harper, the voice of Motlow State, is broadcasting. Wonder if they have softball today. Lady Pioneers putting it on Columbia State. Let's see what the current score is. 8-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Mia Harper in the circle for the Lady Pioneers. Cameron Vessel leads off, nearly gets hit by a fastball from Drew Moorhead. Motlow State Bucks softball team not playing today. Dyersburg is at Jackson State for a doubleheader, and Vol State at Columbia State, the only games being played today in TCCAA softball. There's a slider in there for a called strike. Vessel's grounded into a 6-3 inning-ending double play in the first. Vol State has turned 3 double plays. I think they've done that one other time this year. I don't think Vol State's turned 4 in a game. Swing and a miss on a 3-1 brings us to a Full Count Ministries. Full Count, go to fullcountministries.com. See all the ministries doing for baseball players, not only here in Middle Tennessee, but down in the Birmingham area and in Nicaragua. Full count pitch and a full count first pitch foul ball. Popped up in the infield. On the left side, a Tucker's going to catch it. I hope. It's Tucker Lorenz, the shortstop. Tucker Smith looked up into the sky and he said, I think I'll let Lorenz handle that one. Alejandro Gallo will come to the plate. Thanks to Rachel Watson for venturing out into the email world. Another pop-up in the infield. This is on the right side. Elijah Harris out in the grass, loses his lid, stays in the grass, and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, number 9, Harley, Cap.
Gallo playing in his 28th game of the year, came in hitting .237. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-ups. Now Charlie Cap. He singled off the end of the bat, scored a run in the second inning, stands in from the right side. He takes a breaking pitch right over the plate for a called strike, hitting .340 coming into today's action, at least according to the printed coach's view sheet. There's another pop-up. This might get out in the outfield, though. Noah Rice coming on and keeps his lid on, makes the catch for a 1-2-3 top of the fourth for Drew Moorhead. We'll see if he gets to come out for a third inning, but looks like there's some action down in the bullpen. Moorhead, the second pitcher for Vol State. It's the first 1-2-3 inning. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is Vol State.
Cody Blair back out on the mound for Motlow State Bucks. His last appearance, he has to get that taste out of his mouth. That was 4 innings against Columbia State in a slugfest. 47 runs scored in that game. It's a loss to Columbia State in game 1 of that 3-game set. 24-23. Blair came in relief, went 4 innings, gave up 12 hits, 13 runs, walked 1, struck out 4, gave up 4 home runs. And that was a slugfest. I believe there were 13 home runs hit in that game by both teams. Noah Rice to lead off for the Pioneers. He looks at a called strike. Popped out to the left fielder, Jordan Watson. Fouled up and over the backstop screen. That's a Chick-fil-A at Gallatin foul ball. Jordan Watson's got a dog named Harper, and she only bites Jordan. I just read it. Center fielder to center fielder here. Rice flies out to Murrah for out number 1 in the 4th. Rice now 0 for 2. Elijah Harris reached on a fielder's choice. Hits from the right side. Anybody else want to join on the treesports@gmail.com? Especially if I give incorrect information. Y'all be my researchers out there in YouTube land. Healthy hack there. Comes up empty to count, goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Pioneers still lead 8-0 as they hit in the top of the 4th inning down in Columbia State. Run rule is 8 innings after 5 in a 7-inning game for women's softball. Ball State has a couple more women's sports coming this fall. Women's volleyball and women's soccer. Coaches on campus And getting ready, Taylor Mott, the volleyball coach. I think she's gathering her roster. A check swing. It's not checked. That is a strikeout. Second strikeout for Blair. And Harris is 0 for 2. Ty Cole is the new soccer coach. He's working the phones every time I walk by his office. He is at his desk looking at his computer. Recruiting. Got to recruit a few more soccer players than you do volleyball players. Bradley Pippin was plunked with the first pitch that he saw, and here he is popped up into shallow center field. Murrah's coming on hard, and he has to make a sliding catch on his inning for Blair. Nice play there by Murrah to take a bloop single away. More than a bloop. That's a high fly ball with Murrah playing deep in center. We are through 4, scheduled for 9 here at Vol State. 2-1 is a score. Big surprise. Be right back.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at Vol State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
We didn't want to see that other commercial anyway. It's a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. Dawson got a little trigger happy there. It's okay. We got a new pitcher on the mound. Aiden Smith, 6'1", 180-pound freshman. He's a right-hander from Clarksville, Tennessee. We've got nothing but Clarksville pitchers today. Gabe Eddington, Drew Moorhead, now Aiden Smith. Who's going to break the string? Son of Paul and Jeanette Smith, brother to Tripp and Peyton. Set of grandparents in Clarksville, Pop and Nana. And up in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Papa and Mammy, Aiden's grandparents. Need to hear from Paul Smith to see how he's feeling. Been laid up, I think. Maybe he had some surgery or something. But Paul, I hope you're doing well. Aiden Smith on for his 14th appearance of the year, 12th in relief. 19 2/3 innings, giving up 24 hits, 28 runs, 26 are earned. Walked 25, struck out 23. He has plunked 4 batters, none of them on purpose, I'm sure. Jordan Watson had an RBI single, his first time to the plate. Can't get an RBI single here. If he's going to get an RBI, he's going to take one out over the fence. Transfer from Chat State, former Tiger. I have no idea what Morristown West's nickname was. Dawson, if you pull that out, are you kidding me? Final answer? I'm telling you, I need to put you on. That may be another bloop single. In comes Baker. He loses lid, makes the catch for out number 1. He says Trojans. Morristown West Trojans. I mean, that's high school team nicknames for, that's on up there. That's like for 500 or something. You are from Alcoa, the Alcoa Aviators. What are you again? You're right. The Tornadoes, that's right. Alcoa Tornadoes. The Trojans. That's right. It's just one. Is it a big wooden horse? It's a big wooden horse. Smith has gone 2 balls and no strikes to Dylan Copy with a K. And if you're a pitcher, you want your last name to start with a K. As a hitter, it's not at the top of the list. Why are we hand holding our radar gun today? What happened to the... Are you kidding me? We don't have a backup tripod? I got one up here. They lost it? You talking about like the shoe that goes on top? I've got extras of those as well. As Copy goes down to first on a 4-pitch walk. Aiden's just setting up the 4th double play of the game. That's what he's doing. That's the 5th walk of the game by Ball State pitching. That's been a bugaboo this year. Breaking pitches up to Mikael Murrah. Solo home run in the 1st. And a walk on a stolen base, was stranded at 3rd in the 3rd. A couple of breaking pitches have landed high. Copy leads off first. Regular lead. And now 7 straight outside of the zone by Smith. He's gone 3-0. Back-to-back walks. With 1 out, brings up Andrew Fulmer, and Trevor Mutzi will come out and have a confab with Aiden Smith and Bradley Pippin. Former right-hander from Cumberland University. We got dead air out here. What we got no music? We don't have any Trevor Mutzi. What's his favorite song? They need to focus. You guys are smoking and joking up here in the press box and falling down on the job. Come on now. It's gonna be reflected in your performance evaluation at the end of the year. And you don't want that on your resume. AJ, you're not planning on working in a press box for a living? You don't want to be out. You want to be outside, don't you? You want to feel the sun on your face. That is 9 straight. Fulmer's walked both times he's come to the plate. There's a breaking pitch. Sails over. Moorhead goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs, walked 2. Did not strike out a batter. He faced 7. Right to Lorenz, who drops it. Get the play at second. And that's all he can do. That ball was scorched right at his feet.
Number 18.
Good job to at least keep it close. He throws on to retire Murrah, who, if Harris drops that ball right there, he's in no man's land because he did not stop at second. Now runners at the corners. Nick Causey at the plate. 0 for 1, hit into a 3-6-3 double play. His last time at the plate. Smith parachutes a breaking pitch in over the inside corner. Throw over to first. Fulmer back in time. Their leading stolen base. Their stolen base leader is A.J. Jones, but he's not played in a long time. I say a long time. He's not played against Vol State yet this year. I'm assuming he's injured. Another throw over. A.J. possibly from Gainesville, Georgia. Was hitting .395, played in 23 games, but Ball State has not seen him this year. Another breaking pitch sails in there for a called strike. Smith trying to get out of 2-on, 1-out situation. A couple of walks. Fulmer hit a ball right to Lorenz at his feet. There's a breaking pitch, swung on a miss. Good job by Aiden Smith, who gets the inning-ending strikeout and leaves 2 aboard. We're going to keep it right here as it is time for the Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. We had a big alumni weekend on Saturday. Jim Angley, a former Vol State coach, second coach in history here at Vol State, was in. Had 3 of his players that showed up. Didn't even know that Coach Angley was going to be here. Johnny Decker, Eddie Blankenship, and Mike Clay showed up. Spent a good part of the day in and out of the press box, and sure enjoyed having them around. And I understand from Athletic Director Bobby Hudson, a good number of 3 or 4 guys, I guess, from the 98-99 World Series were here as well. I didn't get a chance to meet them. They did not come up to the press box, but good to have them on campus. And I think we handed out the sheets of paper that to get a alumni brick started. I put 2 in the other day and was planning on putting some more in this morning, but just didn't get here soon enough. But if you have a player that's leaving after a year, 2 or 3 years, your grandson or your son, nephew, whoever it is for Vol State, you want to get their brick into the alumni patio, send me an email at treesports@gmail.com, and I will get you the required form. We've updated those forms, so you'll mail your $100 to Bobby Hudson here at Vol State. And player's name, the years he was here, and the positions that he played will be printed on the brick paver to replace the blank brick pavers that we got from Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone. Appreciate Randy West, one of the owners and a good friend of mine, along with Keith Green, the division manager here at the Gallatin Yard, for their support of Vol State baseball. They've been around since 1879, locations in Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, and Alabama. Tucker Smith leading off the bottom of the 4th. Vol State trailing 2-1. Showed up at the park today with the wind blowing out. And after some very high-scoring games, as Tucker Smith reaches out and touches one, lines a 1-hopper out to Murrah to lead off the 5th. He's now 1 for 2. I thought the ball would be flying. I did not think we'd be batting in the bottom of the 5th and only 3 runs having been scored. Tucker Lorenz comes to the plate. Lorenz struck out looking in, leading off the 3rd. Looks at a slow breaking pitch. Comes right across and lands over the plate for a called strike. Swing and a miss on a fastball in the right-handed batter's box. And Blair has gotten ahead 0-2. This is his 3rd inning of work. Came on in relief for Jack Roberts, who 2 innings, 1 hit baseball. Swing and a miss by Lorenz, and he's down on strikes.
Now batting number 3, Braden Baker.
3rd strikeout of the game for Blair. Blair in 33 2/3 innings prior to today struck out 30 batters. 11.5 ERA. This is his 23rd appearance, which, as I said earlier, is the most in the conference. Baker looks at a slow breaking pitch, takes it for strike one. Tucker Smith leads off at first, and he'll go back in on his belly. Gabe Jennings, the first base coach, volunteer assistant coach, former MTSU Blue Raider, Wilson County Wildcat, helping out Smith. Jim McGuire in his normal spot, flashing signs down at third base. Another throw over. Bennett Kaufman does not tag. Jim McGuire started his head coaching at Rend Lake College in Illinois, 1989 to 1992, as that ball is popped up in the infield. Fulmer at shortstop, now backpedaling, makes the catch.
Now batting, number 2, Gabe
Baker now 0 for 3.
Eddington.
Reached on an error on a chopper in the infield and scored the only run of the game for Vol State. Now 0 for 3. Gabe Eddington is now the DH after being lifted. Jim McGuire had 6 years as the head coach at MTSU, Middle Tennessee State University, after 20 years as an assistant coach with Steve Peterson. Steve Peterson passed away maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. Time gets away, it might be longer than that. That's a solid line drive into center field. Mikel Murrah dives. Something came out, but apparently it wasn't the ball. It must have been the glasses off of his hat. He makes a diving catch to rob Eddington of a base hit, possible extra bases, and it could have tied the game up. Put a star by that one, as Eddington is now lined out twice, once to the right fielder, and now to Mikel Murrah, who made a run-saving catch there. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're through 5. We're scheduled for 9 here at Vol State.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota and Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Tim Reese and Dawson Sweetland back in the press box here at Vol State. Dawson, left-handed pitcher, coming back from injury, helping out up here on the broadcast on YouTube. And for those of you that would be looking for the broadcast after the game, I'm not sure if it's going to be there after the game right away. It has to be taken down and the closed captioning needs to be audited, but I have found the broadcasts that were hiding. I had to do some good looking for them, but they're on the actual YouTube channel. Go to the channel as Bennett Kaufman is at the plate. He's over 2, leading off the top of the 6th, and he lines one into right field. That's down for a base hit. Blank can't handle it. It pops out of his glove. His throw into the infield is late. That's going to be a hit and possibly an error.
Number 23, Cameron.
It should be a
Vessel.
single for Kaufman. Then an error on Blank. I'm not sure if they'll put that up on the scoreboard as well, but haven't seen it yet. There it is. First error for Vol State. Hudson had it, looked like on the backhand there, but popped out of his glove, and a runner at second base. Now ball gets by Pippin. Look at that again, see if that's a, it looked like that's a pass ball. Runner now at third with nobody out. Lined out to Blank, and it's curling back to Hudson. That'll be a sacrifice fly for Vessels. And right now, an unearned run charged to Smith. 3-1. A car in a parking lot. The alarm going off. Alejandro Gallo's popped up to the first baseman in foul territory, to the second baseman in fair territory. Now let's see who's going to get this one. Easton Denny's going to come in and call off Pippin. Gallo's got the pop-up bat going. Is that AJ's? No. I'll bring up Charlie Capp, the second baseman. He's 1 for 2. Brady Davis pointing up here. Is it actually AJ's? How do you know it? Oh. AJ's Bronco. Somebody trying to break into it. Were you sitting on the keys? AJ's our DJ up here. He turned it off from the press box. Smith trying to extricate after giving up the single. Error by Blank to allow Kaufman to get to second. A pass ball moved Kaufman to third, and then a sac fly by Vessels. Gets the run in. Cap can't hold up on the breaking pitch. On deck, Jordan Watson. Lady Pioneers batting in the top of the fifth, lead 12-2 over Columbia State now. Smith delivers high and inside. A full count. Ministries full count. Brady Davis getting some sunshine in those shoulders down there. Is that what's happening in the bullpen? Full count pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Cap down on strikes. As Aiden Smith finishes 2 innings, allows an unearned run on 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left on base. Head to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching the Ball State Sports Network.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit fallstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses.
Dawson Sweetland says we're back. So must be. Lots of other action in the TCCAA today in baseball. Walters State taking on USC Sumter in a doubleheader. Dropped game 1, 18-10. It's being played at Spartanburg Methodist. Chattanooga State defeated Cleveland State 5-4. All non-conference action. Chat playing Cleveland in game 2 leads 1-0. Three Rivers is at Southwest Tennessee. Northwest Shoals has already defeated Columbia State at Columbia State 8-6. Common opponent with Vol State. And you said that Pellissippi State, Roan State was 12-2. Pellissippi. Dawson's got the Twitter going. X. Nobody calls it that, really. Call it X, formerly known as Twitter. Cody Blair getting his innings in. And it's another smash by Easton Denning, who keeps hitting the ball too hard and he can't get to second base. That's another single that hits about halfway up the fence with Dylan Coppy playing about 4 steps away from the fence, right in front of the warning track. Easton Denning 2 for 3. Hudson Blank at the plate. He's the tying run. He's 1 for 2. Blair's first offering misses low and outside. Now Hudson up 2 balls and no strikes. Fooled on a 2-0 pitch. You never want to get fooled on a first strike. He was not looking breaking pitch. That rear end was going toward the dugout. But he doesn't need me giving him hitting lessons. 40 years ago, maybe. Ground ball in the hole, backhanded by Fulmer. He's going to go to second for 1. Throw to first, gets by Kaufman, but Blank better get back to the base. You better hustle and get to the base because he made a move towards second. You can't fake that, Hudson. Gabe Jennings in at first base telling him, get back here quickly. If they tag him before he gets back to the base, he is out. But he reaches on the fielder's choice. That is seen on our camera. 1 out, Noah Rice at the plate. A couple of fly balls out to the left field, or to the outfield. A pop-up out to left field, deeper fly ball to center. He wants to get up and over the fence. Let's see if this one will stay out. Over is Causey, and he's going to make the catch on the warning track. Wind is blowing the ball back from the third base dugout into the field of play. And Rice is down on a pop out, foul territory. Brings up Elijah Harris, who's 0 for 2. 4 hits in the game for Vol State, 2 of them by Easton Denning, 1 by Blank, 1 by Tucker Smith. Harris pops this one down the right field line. This should go out of play. Just over the Bobby Hudson Pavilion down the right field line. He was in his happy zone on Saturday, our athletic director. Bobby was grilling hamburgers and hot dogs underneath the pavilion for Alumni Day. He grills and he knows things. A 1 pitch fastball gets by Harris. On deck, Bradley Pippin. Blair, a freshman from Morristown, Tennessee. That's where Walters State is located. Tomahawk out to right field, and Dylan Coppy comes in to make the catch on the line out to to retire Vol State. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're through 6, 3-1. Motlow leads.
Welcome to the Vol State Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Vol State. Jack Lester comes out of the bullpen from Collierville, Tennessee. Went to Collierville High School. Psychology major. He had his whole family in town over the weekend. Mom and Dad, Gina and Blaine Lester. He's got sisters, including his twin sister Sadie, older sister Mackenzie. Granddaddy and Grandmama were up from the villages in Florida. Papa Hop and Gigi, they're here on the rig. They're out of Collierville, Tennessee. Jeff Hopkins, his dad, Coach Hop, former Jackson State coach, Memphis State University coach, and he was my guest along with Jim Anglia during our rain delay, or lightning and rain delay, in Game 1 of the doubleheader against Roan State on Saturday. What a good visit that was. Lester to Watson, and he ain't doing nothing but hitting. He lines one down the first base line, rounding first. He is going to stop there. Coach McShay down at third base, puts the left hand up, and Watson's 2 for 3. Got one right in between Denning and the first base line. Got down in the corner. Blank had to dig it out. Dylan Coppy, the number 9 hole hitter, stands in. Another left-handed batter, and Lester drops a breaking pitch on the outside corner. Jack appearing for his 12th time all in relief. 8.10 ERA, and tied in the saves category with Trent Miller. They both have 2. Jack's 10 innings, 17 hits, 15 runs, 9 are earned. Walked 15, struck out 15, and has not plunked a batter. Pippin smothers that breaking pitch in the dirt. Top of the lineup. On deck. Foul tip. Looking back at the website, A.J. Jones has not played since a 16-14 win against Roan State on March 31st, so has not appeared in a game in April, which started against Volunteer State. Big, almost a 12-6 curveball there, drops right over the plate at the letters for a strikeout. Jack Lester. We're out number 1. Now Mikel Murrah has not been retired yet today. Will stand in facing Jack Lester. Homered and walked twice. Hit one line out to left field. Braden Baker makes a sliding catch. And the throw in gets by Harris at second, but backing it up is Easton Denning. Murrah put a charge into that one, but
Now batting.
Baker
Number 11.
got a nice read on it and able to slide into a catch there. Now 2 outs brings up Fulmer, who's 0 for 1. Grounded into a fielder's choice, walked his first 2 times he came to the plate. He hits one high and deep to left center field, and they're going to watch that one go. Fulmer has just hit his either 25th or 22nd home run. Depends on what you're looking at. Fulmer with a 2-run home run as it goes over the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard. A breaking pitch that he apparently was looking for. Hit 3 home runs in the doubleheader against BCA
Now batting. Number 18.
yesterday.
Ozzy.
Jordan Watson scores ahead of him. That's the 4th home run given up this year by Jack Lester. Line drive on a breaking pitch out to center field. Causey reaches on the single. Three hits in the inning.
Now batting.
Double by Watson,
Number
2-run homer
34.
by Fulmer, and now a single with 2 outs brings up Bennett Kaufman, former teammate of A.J. Armstrong, and Braxton Alexander. Braxton, a left-hander, now pitching at Union Commonwealth. Kaufman swings at the first pitch. Rice goes back. He's still going back and turns and makes the catch for out number 3. Kaufman now 1 for 4 with a single. Motlow scores 2 in the inning on 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. It is time to stretch. 5-1, Motlow State leads.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Bottom of the 7th. Motlow State needs 4 to get back into this. Cody Blair still on the mound. He came on in relief of Jack Roberts, who went 2 innings. I'm assuming that Roberts was only scheduled to go 2. Kind of surprised to see Blair pitching here in the 7th. This is his 5th inning. You'd think they'd want to keep him around for the weekend at Roan State. But maybe he's got a rubber arm as Bradley Pippin swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Blair, who underhands to Kaufman for out number 1.
Number 12.
1
Tucker
pitch,
Smith.
1 out. Pippin was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, flew out to center, and now is grounded out as Tucker Smith comes to the plate. Lady Pioneers win 13-4 in game 1 at Columbia State. Chick-fil-A Gallatin foul ball off to the right side over toward Chick-fil-A Gallatin, thanks to Mary and Greg Garrettson, the owners of Chick-fil-A. Right down the road, right down Nashville Pike. Their sign out there on the left field wall, right next to MGM Industries. Another Chick-fil-A Gallatin foul ball. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors on that left center field wall. MGM Industries, they put up our custom-made windows here in the press box that will go away after June. That pitch hits Smith. He tosses the bat away, but the home plate umpire's not thinking the same thing. I thought I heard it hit him. Let's see if I can see it on the replay. He started to swing. Then he tosses away. Now home plate umpire Clint Magnuson will confer with Devin Neely to see if that hit him. They thought they had a decision. And now they're going to say no. Neely didn't see anything, and I guess Magnuson didn't hear anything. See if Tucker Smith can make it hurt. Blair delivers another breaking pitch. Smith is out in front. On deck, Tucker Lorenz. Allstate 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Motlow State. And another Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, foul ball. Tucker must like eating up there at Chick-fil-A Gallatin. Chopper to the left side. Jumping is Causey, and he's not going to be able to get Smith as he does a 360 and turns and throws to Kaufman. That's going to be an infield single. He chopped that right there at the plate. I'm not sure that Fulmer would have had a better chance. He was already facing the bag. He would have been throwing from a dead standstill. Now Lorenz struck out twice. Steps in. Nice stop by Gallo. A.J. Armstrong playing a bomb card right now for Tucker Lorenz. Going to say he's going to hit his 3rd of the year. He's due. It's been a minute since he's hit one. Think the guy in the golf cart out there on the other side of right field fence is in danger? You better check, see what he's drinking. 2-0 pitch is inside. I mean, up over the trees, Easton Denning territory? You think it's going to hit the Gap building out there? Yeah. Woodbury, Tennessee. 3-0 pitch. Well, you get to retain your yard card because Lorenz draws the walk. I think that's the first walk of the game by
Number 3,
either
Braden Baker.
Motlow State pitcher. Now Braden Baker is coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He is really due. Breaking pitch misses somewhere. Blair's asking where, and I think Magnuson indicated that it was outside. Pretty close. Baker's gotten a lot of breaking pitches. It's a fastball there and grounds one under the glove of Fulmer. They'll hold the runner at third. Watson charged hard, and the bases are loaded.
Number 2,
Gabe Eddington will come to the plate with a chance to tie this game up. Fulmer looks like he's injured himself out there. I wonder if he bent that glove and he's got a thumb sprain. Spitballing up here in the press box about 300 feet away. Let's get the old binos on it. Sure hope he's okay. He's holding his right wrist. It's not the glove. Charlie Cap kisses it. Dan McShay wears a lot of hats at Motlow State. One of them is athletic trainer. He's out to check in his first year back as the athletic trainer here at Vol State. He was with the team when they went to the College World Series in 1995. I don't know if he was on the 98 and 99 trip or not. Recently handling White House Heritage High School, but came to Vol State. Can't remember if that was at the beginning of the calendar year, I believe, in January. I'll tell you, since this is a non-conference game, I don't think there's any question. I'm pulling Andrew Fulmer out of the game. I'll put somebody else in there, and hopefully he's going to be okay for the rest of the conference year. And that looks like that's what they're going to do. Well, maybe not. They're bringing a ball out, and they want to see if he can throw a baseball. Thrown two successfully. The question is there pain involved? You go to diving, and if you're not cognizant of where you're putting that hand and keeping it up above the turf, you can bend that back. Typically, it's the glove hand that gets bent back. He's going to stay in the ball game. Tucker Smith's going to be at third. Tucker Lorenz is at second. Braden Baker is at first with one out. Gabe Eddington is 0 for 3, but he's lined out to the right fielder. And a star play by Mikel Murrah erased a single possible extra bases for Eddington to end the fifth inning. So Blair pitching from the stretch. First and third are in. And the breaking pitch lands down to Eddington. That was a good-looking pitch right there. Gabe's got 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. Has anybody got a yard card going here? I'm going to go with mine right now. That was the pitch. I'm going to take it back now. That was the pitch. He's not going to get that pitch again. Can't get it back. Everybody's waiting for Easton Denning to come back, come to the plate. I'm going to go yard card right here. I'm going to say grand slam, tie the ball game up. Blair not giving him a fastball, not giving in, but I'll tell you, Cody Blair wants a ground ball to a middle infielder here badly. He does not want to face Easton Denning with runners on. He gets the fastball on that outside corner, and the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes to number 2. the son of the sure-handed Michael Eddington. Caught a one-hopper the other day. 2-2 pitch. Just up. Blair brought the slow curve there, and a full count Ministries full count to Gabe Eddington. With Easton Denning lurking on deck. Gabe's due. Let's see if Blair brings him a fastball. Chopper to short. This could do it. Flip to second for one, but Eddington beats it out. And he's safe at second base, saying that Cap did not keep his foot on the base. See if we can watch that on replay. High chopper to Fulmer, who gave him a high feed. I missed it. What happened? I'm sorry. Say that again. I was looking. Why? I thought they called him safe originally. Did they not? I am confused here. Trying to watch the replay down here. And next thing I know, we got outs on the board. Play some music here. Okay, there's the high chopper. Well, Eddington was way past first base. And he originally calls him safe. There you go. Now everybody's safe. Okay. I don't understand the out at second base, but there's no chance that Eddington was out at first base. I guess they're saying that Cap was off the base on the flip at second base. Regardless, it's an RBI to Eddington as Smith comes in to score. Lorenz moves over to third base. So Eddington reaches on the fielder's choice. And now Dan McShay's going to come out and talk to Cody Blair. He's going to get the baseball from Cody Blair and bring in a new pitcher. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back and see if we can explain it all when we come back. New pitcher on for Motlow State. Karam Dermaz is the new right-hander from Knoxville, Tennessee. According to my number one research analyst, Dawson Sweetland, he went to Northview Academy. He saved me from embarrassment. I was going to say he was a Sevier County Smoky Bear because that's what Perfect Game indicated. I do know that he played at Pellissippi State last year, though. So he's a transfer. He is on with bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dermaz's 17th appearance of the year. It's his 11th in relief, and he's going to face the left-handed hitting power hitter Easton Denning, who hit a grand slam last weekend against Rome State. Can he do it again? I lost my yard card, but there are yard cards to be had up here. He's the hard-throwing right-hander. Denning is 2 for 3. He is strike right there. Might have been a bit down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dermaz pitched an inning in game 2. That ball smoked to the right fielder, but it's right at Copy. Denning has hit the ball right on the button. Throw to third is not in time. That is a sac line out for Denning. Baker makes it over to third. Lorenz comes in to score. Second run in the inning. But officially it goes down as a sacrifice fly, but that ball was hit right on the screws. Now 2 outs. Eddington stays at first. Runners at the corners brought to you by Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field. Thanks to Bill Marbett, Stephen Dotson for their support of Vol State baseball and softball. Hudson Blank at the plate. He swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. That's a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin foul ball. Blank 1 for 3. Two runs match the top of the 7th. Tallying for Motlow State as Eddington looked like he might have been on the move. He at least was surprised by the throw over at first base. Kaufman did not even slap a tag down. Let's see if Eddington's off. He is not. He will be now. Ball gets by. The toss by Gallo to Dermaz. And a throw down to second. Eddington back in time. So the wild pitch will bring in the 3rd run of the inning. Nearly hit Blank. Baker comes in to score. Devin Neely, the base umpire, giving some instruction. Maybe a ruling out there to Dermaz. One pitch, misses inside. Inning started with a ground out on the first pitch by Bradley Pippin. He had a nice easy ground ball back to Blair. Then an infield single by Tucker Smith, a walk, a single to left by Baker loaded the bases. And that's where the fun began. 2-1 pitch coming from Dermaz. He's going to have to wait. Blank calls timeout. That'll be no pitch. But Clinton Magnuson, our home plate umpire, is going to have to take note of it. Blank has his one and only offensive timeout here for this at-bat. Tying run at second base with 2 outs. Chick-fil-A of Gallatin foul ball straight back. Appreciate a couple of the big wigs here at Vol State coming and checking out the broadcast today. CFO and the CIO here at Vol State. Popped up into center field. Murrah, as that one, as he circles around and makes the catch in right center field. For out number 3. Vol State with 3 runs in the inning. They're all earned. They showed an error up there, but I don't know if that error is going to be on the second baseman or not. I got 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. Headed to the 8th. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is Vol State.
Lester back on the mound for Vol State. It's his second inning. Gabe Eddington, Drew Moorhead, Aiden Smith, 2 innings apiece. Now Lester getting his second inning. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits in the 7th. He's going to face 5, 6, and 7 in the Motlow State lineup. Cameron Vessels 0 for 2 with a sac fly. Looks at a called strike as Pippin brings that one back over the outside portion of the plate. Tapper to the right side. It will roll foul. Vessel says thank you very much. Barberton, Ohio. Inquiring minds want to know. Jack Lester trying to quick pitch Mr. Vessels apparently. All right, I'm got a multiple guess question for the press box gang here, okay? All right, Barberton, Ohio. Anybody know where that is? Okay, Connor Cantillo, AJ Armstrong. Is that breaking pitch? Gets outside. Bradley Pippin thought. I gotta give you the choices. Okay. Yeah, you got major cities. What major city is it close to? We'll go north to south. 2-2 pitch misses high and away, and Pippin throws it back about as fast as it came in. Full count Ministries, full count. Okay. Breaking pitch smashed out to center field. Back goes Rice. He has got his back turned, and that will leave the yard. The second one that's gone out the front door today. Kel Murrah left dead center, and now Cameron Vessels has just hit a solo home run. That's Vessels' 12th of the year.
Now batting, number 13.
As they get one of the 3 runs back that Ball State scored in the bottom of the 7th. It's the second home run given up by Lester. Alejandro Gallo at the plate. Here's your major cities in Ohio. We go Cleveland, Akron, Columbus, Cincinnati. Which of those 4 cities is Barberton near? We got a vote for Akron. We got a vote for Columbus. Big issue that's going on right now here is apparently Charlie Cap does not want to stand back by the on-deck circle. He wants to stand halfway between the on-deck circle and home plate. I don't think we've seen the on-deck batter stand there before. But then Jordan Watson said, hey, nobody's standing on the circle. Can I do that? Right to Tucker Smith, but gets by his glove down the third base line, rolls all the way to the wall. Alejandro Gallo picks up the double. I think Tucker Smith thought that was going right into his glove. Then when he looked at it, it wasn't in there. Jim McGuire out of the dugout. We'll have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. We'll give you the answers to where Barberton, Ohio is located when we come back on the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen, Carson Pack, 6 foot, 160-pound right-hander from Murfreesboro, Oakland High School. Son of Tim and Mitzi Pack, brother to Cole. He's got grandparents, both sets in Smithville, Tennessee. Papa Wayne and Grana, Papa and Granny. As he has come on in relief of Jack Lester, he goes 1+ innings, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs to this point. The runner on base, his responsibility. No walks. Did strike out a batter. Giving up 2 long balls. Faced 8 in his 1+ innings. The 5th right-hander on for head coach Jim McGuire. See what kind of statistical accomplishments Mr. Pack has. This is his 12th appearance of the year, 10th in relief. 16 in the 3rd innings, giving up 15 hits. Struck out 28. Watch out, he has hit 6 batters. Ball State has not plunked a batter today. Charlie Cap will come to the plate to face Carson Pack. Nobody out. 1 run in on the solo home run by Cameron Vessels. Alejandro Gallo just hit a line drive right past the glove of Tucker Smith at third and is leading off at second base. Cap 1 for 3. Looks at a fastball that misses on the outside. Barberton, Ohio, located by one of 4 major cities in Ohio was the question. Cleveland, Akron, Columbus. There's a base hit in the left field. Charging is Baker. They'll hold the runner at third. Baker's throw gets into the cutoff man, Tucker Smith. Now runners at first and third.
Now batting, number
Akron,
20,
Cleveland,
Jordan
Columbus, and Cincinnati.
Watson.
Dawson Sweetland and Connor Cantillo, for some inexplicable reason, guessed Akron, like they even know where in Ohio Akron's located. Dawson Sweetland puts one finger up. Does that mean north or south? It's north. Is it northeast or northwest? You are incorrect. It is not northeast. That pitch sails at a backstop. Pippin will recover. His throw to Pack is not in time. Second wild pitch delivered to the backstop that scores a run, one for each team. Come on, it's just south of Detroit. It's not south of Cleveland. It's west of Cleveland. No, south and west. I can't see it there. It's a different looking map. You know what? I'm thinking Toledo this whole time. It is my home state. I'm thinking of Toledo that's south of Detroit. Jordan Watson's got a 3-1 count. Akron's by Youngstown and Canton, Ohio. Toledo's what I was thinking about. 3-1. Called strike. Watson is delivered for Motlow State today. Single drove in a run in the second after flying out in the fifth. Grounded a double down the first base line, leading off the seventh. Ended up coming in to score on Andrew Fulmer's 2-run home run. Full Count Ministries, full count, and Watson goes down swinging. First strikeout for Carson Pack, and the first out of the inning.
Number 8, Dylan Copy.
Number 8, Dylan Copy stands to the plate. He's 0 for 2, grounded into a double play, walked and struck out. Closed the book on Jack Lester. 5 hits, 4 runs that were earned, struck out 1. On deck, Mikel Murrow, the top of the order. Line drive, base hit into left field. Baker has it. They're sending the runner. The throw cut off. It was offline. Pippin's asking Smith why he didn't throw it home. Tucker did not answer. That's an RBI single for Copy.
Number 1, Mikel Murrow.
That'll bring up Murrow, who lined out to Baker in left. He's 1 for 2. Murrow from Elkmont, Alabama. He's a transfer from Wallace State, Hanceville. Throw over to first. To Elkmont High School. He's got some time on the mound for Motlow State this year. Saw him pitching, I think it was against Columbia. Breaking pitch grounded. It's going to be off the body of Smith into left field. Murrow reaches on the error.
batting, number 11,
Pretty hard hit ground ball right there.
Andrew
Right at Smith.
Fulmer.
Trevor Mutzi will come out and have a conversation with Pack about how to pitch to Andrew Fulmer. He stayed in the game, had issue apparently with his right wrist on a diving attempt on a base hit in the last inning. He wants to hit, no question. He hit a home run his last time up. Could either be his 25th or his 22nd. Conference play, it will be considered the 22nd, I believe. He has been on a tear with home runs from Tullahoma High School. The Tullahoma Wildcats. Dawson Sweetland, who knows all mascots of all high schools in Tennessee, agrees. First pitch to Fulmer in there for a called strike. Takes a hack at a high pitch. Comes up empty. He has a home run. "12 straight games. Strike three on the inside corner at the knees as Fulmer goes down. Looking.
Now batting,
Second
number 18,
strikeout for
Nick
Pack.
Causey.
We'll bring up Nick Causey. I'd like to know what the record is for most home runs, consecutive games. Can't believe anybody beat that. That's a line drive base hit into right field. That should score another run. Blank has it. His throw to the plate is cut off. Causey gets his second hit of the game, picks up the RBI.
Now
Murrah
batting,
moves over to third.
number 34, Bennett.
Bennett Kaufman comes to the plate. He's 1 for 4. Motlow leads 9-4. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 4 here in the 8th, and they're still batting. 9th batter to come to the plate. Bennett Kaufman looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Kaufman fooled on the breaking pitch. He had a single out to right field in the 6th that blank right fielder ended up couldn't handle, and Kaufman moved it up to second base, reached third on a pass ball, and scored on a sacrifice fly. Nice backhand stop there by Pippen to keep the runners at first and third. Not exactly how they draw up blocking that pitch, but he got the job done. The 1-2. Tapped foul down the third base line. Dan McShay will make the play. Not sure if that got a piece of Bennett Kaufman or not. Inning started with a home run by the Barberton, Ohio native, Cameron Vessels. Terminates near Akron. Over the top breaking pitch misses high. Akron is not Toledo. The rubber capital of the world, Akron. A lot of tires made there. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to the backhand. Stopped by Lorenz, and his throw to second base just gets Nick Causey. What a play by Tucker Lorenz. Nice stretch by Harris to end the inning. 9 come to the plate. 4 of them cross it on 5 hits. There was 1 error. We'll have to count up, see how the earned runs work. 1 error in the inning and 2 left aboard. We'll keep it right here. As in the 8th inning, we like to pay tribute to former Pioneer David Hayden Schrum, a right-hander from Macon County High School. Played from 2006 to 2008 for Mike Crosland, who was the 5th head coach in Vol State history. Coached from 2005, 2015, coached for 10 years. Hayden moved on to MTSU, not to play, I don't think. I think he was just a student, and he contracted leukemia and ended up being a big part of the 2009 team that won the conference tournament for Vol State. Only 2 times in the last 25 years has Vol State won the conference, 2009, 2001. And kind of a bit of a good luck charm, I guess, for Mike Crosland. And Hayden ended up passing away on May 26, 2010. Mike Crosland made the edict that no one would wear number 8, which was his number, while he was the coach, and that's been passed on by Ryan Hunt and now Jim McGuire. There's a sign out in left field. It says Schrum, number 8. It says no regrets. So we do want to honor him with the 8th inning of ball games. Pitched in 10 games in 2008. Struck out 20 in 43 innings. Karam Dermaz still on the mound for the Motlow State Bucks, who enjoy a 9-4 lead here as Vol State bats in the bottom of the 8th. Noah Rice, Elijah Harris, Bradley Pippin due up. And not a hit among the 3 of them yet. See if they can change that here in this inning. Dermaz delivers high to Rice. He's 0 for 3. Rice able to hold up. Two-0 pitch. And now 3 balls and no strikes. Four-pitch walk to Rice.
Now batting, number 1.
First time Noah's been on base.
Harris.
Bring up Elijah Harris, who was robbed the last time he came to the plate. Hit a line drive. Say robbed. It was hit right to Dylan Copy, the right fielder, but it was tattooed. He has been hitting in some bad luck lately. Did not get a hit in the Roan State series, and had a home run, a double, and a single taken away by great defensive efforts. Left fielder stole a home run over the left field wall. And also stole extra bases on a Superman dive in the left center field. Then the pitcher caught a line drive right back at him that was destined for a base hit up the middle, and Elijah wore the collar for the series. Two balls and a strike. Hard hit ground ball to Causey. He throws to second for one, on to first. That's a 5-4-3 double play. Nice turn over there by
number 11,
Cap.
Pippin.
Another hard hit ball by Harris. Bradley Pippin steps to the plate. He likes to swing at the first pitch. Was hit by the first pitch. Swings, fouls it off. Chick-fil-A Gallatin foul ball. That's over toward the buildings on the other side of Gap Boulevard. That will probably go away in a couple of years when All State's new athletic area is built. Slow or high chopper. Andrew Fulmer couldn't get a glove on that one. That should be an infield single
Now batting
for
number
Pippin.
12, Tucker Smith.
We'll bring up Tucker Smith, who's 2 for 3. See a couple of those choppers. Smith had one the last time he came up. He chopped his toward third base. Nick Causey jumped, did a pirouette. This throw was not in time to get Smith. That's another chopper. This one goes foul. Seventh hit of the game for Vol State. Motlow's on the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard showing 12. That's exactly what I have him for. All State won the first 2 games of the series down at Motlow. (12-11) game in game 1. Then 11-6. That one's popped up. That may must have got over the press box. It did not hit the roof. 11-6 win that Gabe Eddington got the victory. Brady Davis got the win, his 4th of the year. He leads the club in wins. Tucker Smith, who's already been hit once, but nothing other than an infield single to show for it. That's that infield single. He thought he got hit by a pitch. Home plate umpire said no. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Gallo. Motlow State came back and won 11-4 in the 9-inning game on Saturday. Got that in before the rain came. Full count Ministries, full count with 2 outs and a runner. Should be off. He is. That's popped up in the infield. Dermaz calling for it, and he makes the catch. And that is the final out of the 3rd. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Heading to the 9th. All State trails by 5.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Vol State. R.J. Moore. Ricardo Jr., 6'1", 190-pound, redshirt sophomore. He's a super sophomore from Beach High School. Son of Ricardo Moore in Goodlettsville, Brooke Heiler in Nashville. Got a Nana in Nashville, also a Papa and a Gigi in Nashville. RJ on for his 7th appearance of the year. It's his 5th in relief. 7 innings of work, 3 hits. 2 runs, they were earned. Walked 6, struck out 10. Has hit 4 batters, has 2.57 ERA. Pitching here in the top of the 9th. He'll face 5, 6, and 7. Cameron Vessels, Alejandro Gallo, Charlie Cap, who are scheduled. Dawson Sweetland tired of me asking him what number RJ is. He's wearing Dawson's old number, 27. The 6th right-hander on for Vol State. Carson Pack goes an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. No walks, a couple of strikeouts. Faced 7 batters. Vessel drove one out of here to dead center field. Last time he stepped at a plate, he's 1 for 3. Got a couple of RBIs. That breaking pitch sails right across the plate for a called strike. Cameron, the subject of our geography question, where's Barberton, Ohio? Near Akron. Ground ball down the third base line. It goes foul. Then I was trying to stump Sweetland on where Barberton's located and where Akron. There's a hit by pitch. You'd rather get it on the breaking pitch.
How about it?
RJ's
Number
5th
13,
plunking of the year.
Alejandro Rodriguez Gallo.
I was thinking all along that Akron was Toledo. Akron is, I've driven from Akron to Cleveland, Ohio. Went to a wedding. My niece actually got married in Youngstown. Went to the Jake, what was formerly known as Jacobs Field, Cleveland Indians game. Gallo looks at a break pitch down low. He grounded a double down, actually lined past Tucker Smith. At third base, ended up coming in to score on a wild pitch. Chopper off of his leg. Goes foul. Gallo had a couple of hits in the 3-game series a couple of weeks ago. One was an infield single, one a single in the left center field. Two for 10 in the series. Another chopper foul. Paul Smith is checked in. He heard from a reliable source that I was talking about him. That's Aiden Smith's dad. Ball 4 in the Full Count Ministries full count. It's The first two have reached here in the top of the ninth. Charlie Cap with a slow
Number 9, Harley.
up to the batter's box. He's 2 for 4. Paul Smith actually here in attendance. Said he's been bouncing around between the car and the stands. Glad you're able to make it to the ballpark. RJ pours a fastball in. Coming down from Clarks, Vegas. Vicky White checking in all the way from Louisiana, West Monroe. Grana to Aiden Bird. Freshman who is red shirting. Popped up on the right side. Easton Dennings had plenty of pop-up practice. And has to backpedal in foul territory and haul that one in for out number 1.
Now batting, number 20.
It's at least
Jordan
his third pop-up
Watson.
in foul territory he's caught. Now Jordan Watson, 2 for 4, stands in. Ball State turned double plays in each of the first 3 innings. Like Watson actually probably runs pretty well, so if they turn one here, it's going to have to be something quick. On deck, Dylan Coppy. No double play here. He has found a gap again. One ops the High Point Health sign. That will score 1, and Watson, he says, I need to be in more, coach. It is his second double of the day. It's his second RBI.
Now batting,
Rachel's
number
little boy
8.
is doing good.
Dylan Coffey.
Vessel scores the 10th run of the game for Motlow. That's the first hit of the inning. That'll bring Coppy to the plate. Chopper on the right side. RJ Fields throws to first base. There's a collision. Runner from third. We've got a guy who's over. We got the wrong guy running. Jordan Watson has just run past Gallo, and that should be a couple outs. Something's going on. I just tag everybody. We've got a runner who ran past a runner in front. I think Watson probably thought that Gallo should have come in to score. This is, you talking about some confusing baseball here. I mean, that is crazy. I have no idea what happened at first base. Let's see if I can watch that on a replay. Elijah Harris at the last second. I don't think a call was made, but Watson clearly overran Gallo at third base as the home plate umpire, Clinton Magnuson, explaining things to Jim McGuire. I'm going to guess that Watson's safe at second. And I don't know that Watson can score if he overruns Gallo. But honestly, I don't know the ruling on that. At least one of them's out, if not both of them. Well, I never saw that happen. Well, why did Tucker Smith ask for the ball back to go touch third base? There's no force. Okay. So Gallo gets tagged. The other guy should be out for passing. So that should be the second out. So we should have 3 outs. We should be coming off. But that's not happening. So safe at first base. That should be a single. Well, it has to have scored a run. Now, the question is, I guess it's Watson who scores. Swing and a miss by Mikel Murrah. There's going to have to be a few conversations after the game here. So Motlow has scored another run. I think it's going to be Watson, who's the only one that did touch home plate. It's hit high in the left center field. Noah Rice is going to watch that one sail out of here. 2-run home run for Mikel Murrah. That's his second home run of the game. Number 22. There was some lift and separation there. Copy scores ahead of him. So I'm guessing Gallo is going to be retired 4-2 for out number 2. Andrew Fulmer comes to the plate. He's hit a home run and 1 for 3. Motlow State leads 13-4, I think. That hits the bat. That's a foul ball. Fulmer did not bring the bat down when he ducked his head. One-two pitch. Breaking pitch fouled. RJ, a former Goodlettsville Little League All-Star 10 years ago, was part of the team that got all the way to the championship game in the U.S. bracket up in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. He was one of 3 11-year-olds on that club. One of the 12-year-olds, Carson Rucker, playing in the Detroit Tigers organization now. Foul tip, and that got a hold of Bradley Pippin in an unmentionable area, apparently. Hopefully he is suitably protected. Anybody up here in the press box ever caught Connor? No? AJ? Never caught a game? Used to be a catcher? 11U, 12U. Dawson Sweetland, left-handed catcher. Oh, well, that doesn't count. I'm talking about some real catching. My grandson's doing that kind of catching on coach pitch. He's serious about it too now. He's practiced. All right, boys. You guys are absolutely killing me here. You can't let this much time go and not play some music. You got, I mean, surely there's a song that you can play where we don't have to hear Pippin say, oh, it's my 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Pippin says, I'm ready to go back to the dugout. Motlow State picks up 4 more on 3 hits, I think. No errors, nobody left on base. Head to the bottom of the 9th. Vol State needs 9 to tie, 10 to win.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy.
Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Back for the bottom of the ninth, we got a new pitcher on the mound for Motlow State, Landry Baker, a right-hander. High school in Knoxville, Tennessee. Landry's on for his 16th appearance, 14 in relief. 22 1/3 innings, giving up 45 hits. He's given up a bunch of runs, struck out 16. He has also plunked 13 batters. He's got an ERA he would not, he'd rather me not mention. He's going to face 9-1-2 in the Ball State lineup. Let's see if there's going to be a couple pinch hitters as we work our way through the bottom of the ninth inning. Jaden Perez, left-handed hitting, red shirt freshman.
Jaden Perez
will lead off. Looks like Abe Goolsby on deck. Perez from Miami, Florida. Looks at a pitch right down Broadway for a called strike. Jaden playing his 23rd game, hitting .208, 11 hits, 3 doubles, 3 RBIs. Grounds one into, nope, just past the first base dugout. Landry a long stretch. Delivers, fouled off. Count remains 0-2. The son of Roger Perez, Jessica Godoy down in Miami. A couple of sisters. I believe they're younger. Jaden off the end of the bat, fouls that one down the third base line. Nick Causey gave chase, but it landed on the warning track. Jaden's sisters, Jenna and Jessie, he's got a nanny in Miami, Florida, as well as grandparents he calls abuelo y abuela. 0-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Jaden is our Jersey Mike's first sub of the game. Located across the street at 940 Memory Lane. Chopper to the right side. Kaufman collects, and the ball is dropped by Landry as Perez will reach on the air. I think that's going to be an E on the
now
pitcher.
batting, number 31, Abe Goolsby.
Bring up Abe Goolsby, Gallatin High product. From Dixon Springs, Tennessee. Physical therapy major. Son of Keith and Molly Goolsby. Thought I saw Molly here. She's at a lot of games. Got older sister Amy, older brother Adam. He's a sophomore. Looks like a changeup taken for a called strike. Braden Baker finishes 1 for 4. RBI, 2 runs scored. Another off-speed pitch misses down. Swing and a miss. And a slow breaking pitch gets Gillsby out in front. He's retired on the strikeout.
Number 38.
Out number 1. Cole Ulrich will pinch hit for Gabe Eddington. Hendersonville Commando right down the road. Getting his 3rd at-bat of the year. He comes up there swinging. Cole struck out, and the last time he got to the plate, I think it was a week ago, got plunked right in the back. Lets that one go by. Former hockey player. Swing and a miss. So Cody Blair's dad texted Rachel Watson over on Motlow State side. Once he wanted to give the question, Jurupa Valley. What is Jurupa Valley? Never heard of it. 1-2 pitch. Ulrich down on strikes, way out in front of every pitch that Landry Baker threw. Ball State down to their last out. Bugs Meadows will come to the plate to pinch hit for Easton Denning. Freshman from Elizabethton, Tennessee. Jaden Perez, who reached on the air, is at first. Appreciate the kind comments on the emails. Bug swings at the first pitch, pops this one up. Andrew Fulmer says, I got it. And he does. And that will end the contest. Meadows swings at the first pitch he sees and pops it out to Fulmer. And Motlow State comes to Pioneer Field and thrashes Ball State 13-4. And the winning pitcher, I'm getting a guess, is Cody Blair. I don't have their actual won-loss record because the information online is not fully complete. Shows him as 3-2, but that could be, he could be 5-4. There is not accurate. The losing pitcher will be Gabe Eddington. He will fall to 1-5. No save in the game. Ball State will drop the midweek game before going to Walter State this Friday and Saturday to take on one of the top teams in the country, the Walter State Senators. Thanks to Dawson Sweetland for his help up here as the director, and for PA man Connor Cantillo and DJ man AJ Armstrong for their in-game entertainment here at Ball State. Ball State falls to 18-25 overall. Motlow gets their 18th victory against 23 defeats. They will take on Roan State this weekend. And our Full Count Ministries verse of the game found in Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. A.J. Armstrong, along with several other players, reading from the book of Galatians this week. Galatians 2:20 says, I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. Galatians 2:20 is your Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Dawson, who you got? Inning 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. Absolutely smashed the ball 3 times. And Tucker Smith, a couple of hits, 1 run scored. Ball State with only 7 hits. I'm going to go Easton Denning as well. Easton Denning has 5 minutes to go across the street to Toyota Gallatin, claim his brand new Toyota Grand Highlander. He's got 5 minutes. Think he's going to make it? I don't think so either. Haven't had anybody make it yet this year, but I went over and got one. I just had to pay for one. Toyota Tundra. It's riding pretty nice, Dawson. It is. It gets dirty, though, quick. It's not that white that doesn't show the color. Well, that'll do it for our midweek game. I'll be back on the air with Vol State in their final home series. That'll be against Jackson State. A week from this Friday, weather permitting. I'll be back on the air with Vol State Lady Pioneer softball. Let's see, I think that is the 18th this Saturday. So if you want to hear my voice, softball on Saturday the 18th, next Wednesday, against Cleveland State here at the Nichols Softball Complex. And then after, that'll be a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Because Vol State baseball is going to be actually Thursday and Friday, that last weekend. That's what it is. So Jackson State will be Thursday, Friday baseball, and then Saturday, sophomore day for softball. Well, that'll do it from Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. Vol State falls to Motlow State in a game that takes 2 hours and 50 minutes. 250. Under partly cloudy skies, game time temperature was 83 degrees. For Dr. Wendy Tossenson, she's the president, second-year president here at Vol State, athletic director Bobby Hudson, and head coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for watching another Vol State baseball game right here on the Vol State